Hello Gemini, and welcome to your reading for Mars. I've just been away and bought some incense between readings because I was out of it, and well, I found this one, Call of the Shaman, which I'm using now, and one with sage, one with lavender, and one called Goddess Incense. This is a really good day to be inside because there is kind of melted snow outside and it rains upon it. So it's difficult to walk, even though I used to go out in all weathers because well, I'm kind of a restless soul, and also I have a dog, and she always needs to go out. So I'm gonna use this Angel Tarot deck by Doreen Virtue, which is my first tarot deck, which I bought from a generous tip some 5 or 7 years ago, I think. So calling upon those in spirit, whether you are angels, guides, ancestors, or something else. And I'm just gonna turn off my... Oh, it stopped. I'm brewing some tea here in the background and it made such terrible noise. So Gemini, way too many cards. I hope you've had a nice start, beginning of the month. It's almost mid-month now, though. I'm a bit late out with readings, perhaps. So what's for Gemini? And the first row will be a kind of past situation that has to do with the current. So the first row is things that have been for Gemini, please. Doesn't want to talk. Can sometimes be a bit stubborn, this deck. I don't know why. But here, now it starts. We have the 7 of Fire. So in the past, you have been a real kind of a warrior. You've been fighting for something, and why you had to fight is probably because you had like you were convinced of something was the right thing to do, but perhaps the surrounding didn't see it your way, but still you persisted in. I feel you did not compromise in a matter. We'll see what it might have been about. Oh, here it comes immediately. And I have another fire card. And it's 2 of Fire, and it has to do with like a partnership. So refusing to compromise in a partnership. It might have been love, and it might have been something else, just someone that you had to cooperate with. And I feel that you kind of took the lead here. And whether or not the other person or people will follow, that is yet to be seen. What else for Gemini? Now I'm definitely turning off that kettle. So, a partnership. But as I'm feeling, it's like you have continued to move forward, but you're still not sure. Yes, here we have another card about moving forward, the Chariot. It has come out for all the signs that I've read for today, this Chariot card. And Mars is kind of, in a way, when you see to astrology, it is the first month of the astrological year, if I'm not mistaken. And Aries is the first, because Aries is the first sign, counting like that. So this is kind of, in a way, this might, I don't know what's happening amongst the planet, but it wouldn't surprise me if there was some strong energy about forward movement or something like that. And when we start like a new year or like a new episode, we usually want to achieve something. And I think, I mean, with 2 fire cards here and then the Chariot, I think Geminis, you have something that you have really set your eyes on. But if we're looking at this, how this row looks here, like in the past, you can see that this the chariot horses are moving to the left, and the girl on the dragon is kind of moving to the right, and in the middle are 2 people. So I think, like in the past, there has been a struggle on what both people want to go forward, but how do we do this in the best way? And I don't think people are seeing it your way just yet. We'll see, we'll continue. The next row here will be kind of in the now. And here we have another card of balance, and it's the card of need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise. So there's something to do with in order to move this forward, whatever it was in the past, perhaps it became like people who wanted to achieve the same things, perhaps they started to struggle, like having a struggle towards each other when we really have the same goal. I don't know how to say this, but here we need to this card balance, which is temperance in a traditional tarot deck. It can mean a lot of different things, but as it comes out here, you have to cooperate with other people. You have to see their viewpoint, and even if you're kind of convinced that your way is the right way, the other people might also be right, because it's like when we are in a democracy, we have this perhaps political viewpoint, and we think like the other people are idiots, and if they just saw it our way, they would have the same opinion as we, but that's not always the case. People are right to their opinions, and they might not see the world the same way as you do. They might not have the exact same priorities. But in a society, we have to kind of sometimes find a middle ground, and I guess it's the same within families and relationships, because otherwise there will be kind of war in if you take it to an extreme, and I'm sure nobody wants that. There are things worth fighting for, but this card also says choose your battles wisely. So, but I don't think you are going to be prepared to do that, because you are the Queen of Fire in this month of Mars here. Perhaps you have like Aries, Leo, or Sag somewhere in your chart, and the Queen of Fire doesn't fold. She doesn't. She's used to having it her way because she's very charismatic, and I think she can sometimes be a bit manipulative. She's not scared easily, and I think she thinks that I don't think you're up for this middle way just yet here, but we'll at the same time the universe is kind of suggesting it here with the Temperance, but we all have free will. So let's see where this goes. Let's see where this goes. The Queen of Fire is a wonderful character. And I know that you are an air sign, but we take on different qualities during our life. We're not just one element. And here we have the Seven of Earth. So the Seven of Earth, it's when you have planted seeds, or when you have made a good start for something, and you have built like a good ground for things to grow on. But now you just have to wait for it to grow, and that will not be your strong suit here if this card is surrounded by Chariot, which is fast forward movement, and Queen of Fire. So it's going to be a challenge for you to kind of see where, when you're putting a lot of effort here in something with your fiery personality, you will want to see result. It might be in a relationship, or it might be let's see, for me, for instance, starting like a tarot channel, and well, I have created a foundation, I have a camera, I have tarot decks and stuff like that, but I'm still waiting for it to grow, kind of. And will we have kind of the stamina to make it continue growing, because we can't just forget to water it or forget to give it attention, whatever it is we're trying to achieve here. But because it's going to be it's gonna take some time before we know the result, but that's kind of life, and it seemed to be necessary here. But this card also says unnecessary worry, so perhaps it is kind of a suggestion in the now that if you have been fighting really hard for something, just try and take a breather. You're not likely to forget this project since there is so much fire here, but it seems like you can just relax a little, enjoy life, try not to worry. If it grows, it grows. If it doesn't, you have done a real good effort here. And here we have the Knight of Earth. So this tells me it's going to move forward, whatever it is. But this Knight of Earth or Pentacles is the slowest moving knight, but he's also the knight who is going to make it all the way because he's loyal and he's dedicated. He does what he has set out to do. So if you have like a partner here, as we saw in the beginning, I think because this row is kind of the future, is going to show that this person can truly get things done. Perhaps this person has another way to do things than you have. This might be a person who is very loyal and trustworthy, and a person who honors their commitment, but they don't have this I want everything immediately as perhaps you do. But this might be kind of a good combination, because I think you have things to learn from each other, because this card here, Two of Fire, says that it's a new partnership or contract, and I don't know if it's romantic or if you just have like a project together with someone. There is no cup cards out, or like water element cards, which is romance and love, but it might be. We're not done with this reading yet. But if it is love, there's something you want accomplished with this person, which is not, well, it has not just to do with the romance between you two, but you want something to happen. Perhaps you want to, I don't know, travel somewhere, build something, write a book together, start a band, I don't know. What else for Gemini? I have some Gemini friends, and they are very kind, usually. They like to have fun too. So here we have lots of fire cards out here. And this is again, this is what I felt here with the Queen of Fire. Either it's you or someone else who is not willing to compromise. Because this Five of Fire is kind of when things turn out to like a competition or conflict with others. And it in the usual deck, it is people dressed like as if they are from different tribes. So I usually think that it has more to do with perhaps we all want the same thing, but we have like different religions or traditions or cultures or something like that. And perhaps we are putting too much weight on how people are doing things and not why and where we are going. But someone is not willing to compromise, and someone cannot help being this kind of steady type here. And I don't think I don't know, I kind of like the Knight of Earth. A very nice figure to have around. I like the Queen of Fire too. But here comes the Knight of Air. And why does this one come? Well, there is a chance that that this Knight of Earth here is he's going to say like, to hell with it. If you're not careful. I mean, this is a tarot reading and it will not resonate for everyone, and this is just the way I see it. But it says, if we're looking at this card here, choose your battles wisely. The need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise, competition, competing goals. I mean, there is someone who is not going to compromise here. And whether that's the right thing or not, I do not know. Perhaps you're not meant to work together with these people. And I mean, I love to have like a tarot reading where everything turns out great in the near future. But I have to read it the way I see it at the same time. And here is perhaps someone who was before very loyal and dedicated is going to kind of find his own voice, because it's the Knight of Air. It has to do with the throat chakra and intellect and intelligence. And it says here, take time to carefully review your options. So, since there is no compromise, someone is going to look for other options, and they're going to remember that they also have ideals, just like the Queen of Fire here. It's just that they are not going to want to be stepped on anymore. If one person has compromised and the other hasn't, the one who has tried before is going to get tired of trying if the other person doesn't meet halfway. And I don't know if you can turn this around. You might be the other person. You might be the Knight of Earth. I don't know. Anyhow, I'm gonna pull some angel messages here from Dorian Virtue's deck as well. There were way too many cards falling out. I just want one or two for Gemini, please. And the first who came out is opportunity to forgive. And it says, this situation brings you the opportunity to heal, grow, and release negative patterns. Hold the intention of seeing the other person's inner divine light and goodness. We will help you release unforgiving thoughts, feelings, and energies, and lift you to a higher place of peace and compassion. So, seeing the other person's light and goodness, even if we think they are annoying or something like that. And the next card, cleanse and detoxify. With great love and respect, we ask you to detoxify your precious and sensitive body. At your request, will help you to develop life-affirming ways to deal with stress, as well as ease any sorrow at shedding your old ways. Give your cares, worries, and concerns to us, and feel the beautiful grace of your newly purified body. So this is also kind of cleansing yourself from... I mean, there were a lot of fire cards here, and that's usually good. But it also has something to do with stress here, as we can see with the Five of Fire. You're gonna have to find a way to move forward more peacefully here, with or without this person. Well, that's all I have for you, Gemini. good luck and have a great month of Mars. And you can also look at your other placements if you want to have if this didn't resonate. This felt like perhaps not for everybody. You can look at your moon and rising sign as well, or I'll see you in April.